The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Longman Simplified English Series. Read by Siriya Boonlert. Chapter 5. Huck questioned Tom and Becky missing. Before sunrise on Sunday morning, Huck tapped at the old Westman door. A call came from our window. Who there? Only Huck Finn. That name that can open this door night or day. Welcome. These were strange words to the ears of the vagabond boys and the peasants. He had ever heard. The door was quickly unlocked and the old man and his son speedily raised themselves. Now, my boy, I hope you're hungry because breakfast will soon be ready. The boys and I hope that you would stay here last night. I was terrified, said Huck, and I ran 3 miles without stopping. I have come now because I want to know about it. And I have come before daylight because I didn't want to come across those devils, even if they were dead. No, they're not dead, Huck. We fired at them, but they got away in the dark. Then we put the police on their tracks. A description of the scoundrel would help a great deal. Did you see what they were like? Yes, one that deaf and dumb Spaniard that's been around here once or twice, and the other is a nasty looking bracket. The deaf and dumb Spaniard. Talkie? Well, never mind now. We know the men. I came across them in wood at the back of the window house one day and they crept away. Off you go, boys, and tell the sheriff. As the Westman's sons were leaving the room, Huck sprang up and cried, "Oh, please don't tell anybody that I told you about them. Oh, please, my boy, don't be afraid of me. I wouldn't hurt a hair of your head for a world. No, I would protect you. Why are you so frightened of these men? What do you know about them?" That Spaniard is not deaf and dumb. Do you know who he is? Now trust me, I won't betray you. Huck looked into the old man's honest eye for a moment and then bent over and whispered in his ear, "It isn't Spaniard. It's Roskin Joe in disguise." The old man almost jumped out of his chair. "It's all plain enough now. When you told me of that knife business, I thought that it was your once fancy because Spaniards don't talk that sort of revenge." During breakfast, the talk went on. The old man said that before going to bed he and his son had got a lump and had examined the place near the fence for signs of blood. They found nothing but a bundle of what? The words had left to Huck lips. He waited breathlessly for an answer. The Welshman started in return, then replied, "They've TAoTS." Huck sank back infinitely grateful. The Welshman eyed him curiously and then said, "What were you expecting? We found Huck did not know what excuse to make, then a senseless reprise came into his head. There was no time to consider it, so he said weakly, "Sunday school books, perhaps." The old man roared with laughter. Poor Huck was too troubled to smile. "Poor fellow, you look pale," said the old man. "You're not well. I'm not surprised that you're a bit queer. Rest and sleep are what you need." Huck was annoyed to think that he had been such a fool and betrayed such a suspicious excitement. Just as breakfast was over, there was a knock at the door. Huck quickly hid, for he had no desire to be connected with the event of the previous night. The Welshman admitted several ladies and gentlemen, among them the widow Douglas. The Welshman had to tell the story of the night to the visitor. The widow expressed her deep gratitude for her persuasions. "Don't thank me, madam, but for another who won't allow me to give his name. My boys and I would never have been there." Of course, this aroused the great curiosity of the visitor, who later spread it in the town, for the old man refused to reveal his secret. There was no Sunday school during the holidays, but everybody was early at church, and the story happened on Cardiff Hill, where through discussed news came that not a sign of the villains had yet been discovered. When the service was finished, Judge Thatcher's wife came up to Mrs. Harper as she was moving down the church with the crowd and said, "Is my Becky going to sleep all day? I expect that she would be tried out." "Your Becky?" "Yes," with a startled look. "Didn't she stay with you last night?" "Why, no." Miss Thatcher turned pale and sank into the seat just as Aunt Polly, talking with a friend, passed by. Aunt Polly said, "Good morning, Mrs. Thatcher." "Good morning, Mrs. Harper. Tom's missing. He stayed with one of you last night, I expect, and now he's afraid to come to church." Mrs. Thatcher shook her head weakly and turned paler than ever. "He didn't stay with us," said Mrs. Harper, beginning to look uneasy, and expressions came into Aunt Polly's face. Children were questioned, and the Sunday school teacher. They all said that they had not noticed whether Tom and Becky were on the ferry boat on the homeward trip. No one had thought of inquiring whether anyone was missing. One young man thoughtlessly expressed his friend that they were still in the cave. Mrs. Dexter went away. Aunt Polly started weeping. The arms waved from street to street. Within 5 minutes, the bells of the church were ringing rhythmically. Horses were saddled. The ferry boat was ordered out in half an hour. 200 men were pouring down and main road and delivered toward the cave, and around afternoon the village seemed dead. All the wearisome night the town waited anxiously for news, but when the morning came at last, the only message from the cave was, "Send more candles and food." Mrs. Dasher was almost met with grief, and Aunt Polly also. The old Westman came home towards midnight, almost worn out. He found Huck in bed with a raging fever. The doctors were all at the cave, so the widow Douglas took charge of the plantain. She said that she would do her best for him, whether he was good or bad, because no human being should be needed before midday. Party of exhausted men returned to the village, but the strangest villagers continued searching. All the news that could be gathered was that the depths of the cave were being examined, that wherever one wandered to the passage, lights could be seen, and shoes and pistol shots heard. That the names Becky and Tom, don't he candle smoke, had been found on the rocky wall far from the path usually visited by tourists. 3